All right. Yes. Oh, yes. We are in here today, and I'm not wasting any time. When you only got 30 minutes, you do not have time to waste. And you all are 100% right with this topic. It is definitely going to be interesting. Um, and I may shock and surprise some of you because everybody has been coming for my head already just because of what they think. It may be still true, but it's still hilarious. But why, if you are in here, man, let me know. Introduce yourself. Let me know you're in here. Say something to me, man. Introduce yourself. I'm trying to see who's in here. Um, man, barbecue Mike, I love it. Let me know that you're in here, and let me know in advance what your preference is. Okay, like I said, we got 30 minutes to discuss this. Um, and man, I love this type of stuff, and I love the fact that we don't have that much time to do it because I'm gonna get out you what I really need to get out you all on today. And as you know, I consider myself a 100% Ford channel. But obviously, I built the channel off of Fox Body Mustangs. I have two of them, and the reality is that the two that I have, they're both notchbacks. But let's see. All right, let's go. Mustang guy 6501. He said hatch over coupe. Mark Andrews notch. James Salter 50-50 on notch versus hatch. Hey, I can get with that. Um, Wood 427 says I'm in the building. Notchbacks are number one. Period. Um, Mustangs and Mullets says hatch. All right. Okay. All right. Um, I this is gonna be fun. Michael Pennell from Northeast Mississippi. I'm a Notch fan, but I do like the LX also. You must mean the LX hatch because notchbacks are LX. Hatches rattle too much. Oh my God. Sexy is rolling down the block. Hatch in the telecast. Hybrid K9, not at all. SSP notch for real. Man, I love it. I love it. Let's so then look, it's time. It's 7:30. We only got 30 minutes. Let's get right into it. And so one of the things that's key is that I always like to come with you all first before I start giving my opinion and before I start saying whatever. We got the world famous Handling Motorsports in the building. And shout out to my man War Admiral 363 as he did just make the Mustang Hub magazine. He's the cover photo. And guess what his car is, guys? Can anybody guess what kind of car, what kind of Fox body Mustang War Admiral 363 has on the cover of Mustang Hub magazine? Right. So anyway, I just put a link in the comments that just pretty much gives the history of the Fox body Mustangs for you all that don't know. Um, and you know, for you all that don't know, notchbacks are considered LXs and hatchbacks. They're not just really hatchbacks, but GTs. Well, the hatchbacks can be a LX or a GT. I'm sorry. So let me just make that clear. Notchbacks are only LX, but the actual hatchback can be a LX or a GT. And pretty much the difference between, the two, obviously, one has a trunk, one has a hatch. The other thing that is very difference is that the curb weight of a 1979 base model notchback is 2,516 pounds. That's 34 pounds less than the hatchback. Followed in the exterior refresh for 1987, the weight difference was more significant, with the notchback weighing 27, 24 pounds, 58 pounds less than the hatchback. The weight differences aren't that substantial, but in a race, every ounce matters. I'm gonna say that again. It says in a race, every ounce matters. And so, but not, not for Andrew Hanlon. His hatchback weighs like 1,200 pounds, so he can put a daggone 4-cylinder in there and still run 9 seconds. But yeah, better body stiffness. And just in general, the Fox Body Mustang is well known or perhaps notorious for body flex. We all know that. While there's no data to support it, anecdotal feedback via online comments reports that the notchback benefits from a more rigid body than its hatchback counterparts. Now, I like to bring you all facts first before we get into all this opinionated stuff. I like to bring you all the facts first. I'm just saying. So John Brooks says, what I've seen hundreds of notches with GT ground effects. Isn't that a notch GT? Absolutely not. Somebody added those ground effects. That is not it. Okay. Not to be forgotten, the hatchback had a clear advantage over its trunk-equipped sibling with special editions, something that may appeal to the Mustang collector. Memorable variations, including the Indy Pace Car Edition, SVO, and SVT Cobra, were only available in the hatchback form. So look, like I said, I want to bring you all the facts first. You all know the 93 Cobra only comes as a hatch. Okay, it only comes as a hatch. 93 Cobra. Also, the hatchback feature itself is debatably more utilitarian than a truck. I love it. And so, the debut of the Fox Body Mustang, the 1979 model year, saw the carryover of the 2-door notchback and 3-door hatchback body styles from the Mustang 2. A convertible style would become available in '83 thanks to the new platform, which encompassed a McPherson front suspension. The new Stang was about 200 pounds lighter than its predecessor. And so, so one of the things that is very, very key. We have a little bit of everything. You got the T-top, the T-top notchbacks. You got the 93 Cobras. You got the SSPs. It's all type of things that we could consider and take into consideration. And like I said, every video I like to come and bring you all the facts. Let me just make that clear. Every video I like to come and bring you all the facts. Chet Zeller says SSP notches are special. Oh man, but a T-top coupe is sweet. Mustang guy 6501. No convertible Cobras. Hey, I'm not talking about convertibles today. That's gonna be another conversation. But yeah, and so now let's get into a little bit of debate and let's see. I am pretty sure there are more hatchback owners on this chat than it is notchback owners. We know that more hatchbacks were obviously made than notchbacks, but I do have a question for you hatchback owners, and not the 93 Cobra for the 4,993 that were made, but for all of the rest of you all that have hatchbacks and you're challenging the notchback. Before I get into racing and all of that, what has been the consensus of price now as it relates to, is it more expensive? Is it more expensive to get a coupe or a GT? What is more available? Coupes, LX notchbacks, or GTs? This is just a question I'm throwing out there. I would love to get your opinion. What is out here more? Coupes or GTs as it relates to higher pricing? What is out here more? Are the GTs going for more than the coupes? Are the GTs? Coupes have been dominating pricing wise. Okay, Chet, you are 100% right. Coupes are dominating pricing wise. Have you ever thought about why? I'm going to sit here and wait. I'm not going to even look. I'm going to sit here and wait. Right, exactly. There's a reason why coupes have been dominant pricing wise, is because, and people are saying coupes right now, number one, the coupes became more rare, but the gap is closing. T-top GTs have jumped. For the 18 T-top GTs that are out there, it's not going to compare to getting the coupe right now. Even I mean, I even for me to get a roller, it almost cost me what it cost you all to have a full GT, and that's what I'm building for this year on around May. We'll get that process started. But literally, LX Hatch and GT Hatch are more available, but coupes get more money simply because of lower production. Well, I mean, it's lower production, but they're also highly desired. It's a difference, Just because something has low production don't mean it's highly desired. And man, because of the high desire of them, it's just like right now with the housing market. It's hard to get a house right now because the inventory is low, but the demand for it is high. What's up, Ego? What's up down here, Daddy? And so, yeah, coupes are highly desired, and that's my thing at the end of the day. And as a lover of all fox bodies, um, less coupes built, and a lot of coupes are in race car heaven right now or cut up. Wow, swamp. That's how you feel, huh? A lot of those GTs are those daggone hatches are rusted to the teeth, and they may not be in race car heaven, they may just be sitting at somebody's junkyard somewhere. Uh, but no, I get it, Mustang guy. No hate at all. As long as they aren't LS swap, they both can stay in my garage. Understood, hybrid K9. And here's the thing: there's some of us that'll go with either one of them. And let me tell you all something. So what you all may not know about me and my history of fox bodies. My first fox body back in 1999 was a 91 GT hatchback. I'm gonna say it again. The first fox body I ever had was in 1999. Some of you all weren't even born, but was in 1999, and it was a GT hatchback. And I'm gonna just be very honest and transparent with you all. Like during that time, I loved that car. That car was, I actually wanted a convertible at the time, but I'm grateful that I didn't because having that hatchback then gave me a different love for the fox bodies. And then when I started to get into street racing at that time, um, that's what then kind of got me more closely, excuse me, into Notchbacks. Because everybody that was around me had Dodgers and they were flying. I'm just like, man, and they didn't have, and I'm sitting over here with trick flow heads, cam, intake, and all that stuff, and then the whole motor still blowing up. But these guys are driving notchbacks and got this is when I learned about all this stuff. GT40 heads, intake, all this stuff, and man, are killing everybody on the street, killing them. I mean, these cars are going fast, they're moving fast, and that's the thing. Personally, like as you all can see on my wall, even though I can't move the camera up anymore, but since then I've owned four. I own two right now, and I had two before. One was a '88, and another one was um, it was another '93, but it was a four-cylinder um, red notch, like the one that's on this Mustang Hub magazine up here. And it, like I said, when I crossed over, man, it was. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been hooked ever since. And this was before the value of it was like where they are now. This is before the value was where they are now. So let me ask you all a question, and I need you to comment in the comment section right now. So my question to you all: if you had, let's just say you had neither one of them. If you're a Fox Body owner, cool. If you did not have what you have today and the money was unlimited, would you get a hatch or a notchback? My question to you all, whether you have one, whether you don't, what would you get today? If you had it, would you have Tommy Turbo? What's happening? Would you take a hatch or a coupe? Chet said coupe. If you had to make a decision today, would you take a hatch or a coupe? I'm just trying to see. So I'm going to ask that question, Blue GT, because you guys are saying, man, notch. Somebody said, but yeah, barbecue Mike, you got to choose one. Notchback, coupe, notch. I mean, everybody look, everybody is saying coupe, notch. I mean, notch, coupe. You see what I'm saying? Like money ain't an issue, none of that. I'm just asking, what would you want to buy? What would you want to buy? And the majority of everybody said notch. Everybody up in here says coupe. So then I'm gonna go to the next one. Shout out to Paul the Fox. I see you, buddy. Notch, Cobra. Cobra, is a little different, but we'll roll with it. You're saying you'll take a hatch, notch, GT hatchback only because I have a coupe now. Yeah, so now what I was saying, buy you coupe, you had neither one. You don't have either or, but you have the money to buy it, regardless of what you already have. What would you do? What would you do? And man, right now, based off of the comments that I am seeing right now, the majority of everybody said a coupe. A few guys said hatch, but the majority of you guys said a coupe. Now, I'm going to go to question number 2. For you all that like the hatchback, okay? Do you think the price of the hatchback, do you think the value of the hatch is going to rise enough to match the value of the notch? Do you think they'll even out? Or do you think the notchback is just going to keep on rising? Let's exclude the 93 Cobra. The 93 Cobra has its own special entity edition. I'm just saying a regular hatchback versus a regular notchback. How do you all feel about the pricing? Do you feel, because like I said, it was less notchbacks made, which makes them less available now. Do you feel that that it will be there's going to be some benefit, or that the value? Mark Andrew says notchback up. I just don't want to deal with a rattling downhill daddy, man. I had so many jokes yesterday about that. Michael said Coop is going to keep rising. War Admiral said it will rise, but they will never match Coop. Coop will always be worth more. Paul and Sally is in the building. Coop will always be worth more. The notch equals the 60s fastback Mustang. I'm gonna go even further with you all. Now you all know I am a Ford advocate. All I bleed for blue. My whole channel is focused around the blue oval, etc. Here's my thinking. I think that the notchbacks and the fox bodies, period, but it's specifically the notchback, is becoming the new 69 Camaro. And what I mean by that is how the 69 Camaro was always a very desired car, even when I was in my 20s and teenagers. That was always the car that everybody was trying to get and upgrade and all of that stuff. And like I said, you're talking to a pure Ford guy. I believe that that's what's happening now with the fox body Mustangs, and especially the notchbacks. They are becoming that generation, that 69 Camaro. They are becoming that for Ford. I know some people will focus on the 67, the Gone in 60 Seconds one and all of that. I get it, but I believe that the fox body notchback is the new 69 Camaro. I mean, let me tell you all something. When I was at a Mustang Week last week, the car that Caleb had in his booth, he had my car, he had another hatch, and then I forgot my buddy's name. But the one that he had in there with us, I actually got a video on that notchback on my channel. And man, when I tell you all, the two baddest notchbacks I saw, I saw about 5 notchbacks altogether last year that blew, took my breath away. It was the one in Caleb's booth. There was another one at Foxtoberfest. There was War Admiral 363. There was John Brooks one, because every last one of those 4 that I am naming, amazing when you see them, and the level of work and creativity that people are putting into them. I'm not saying that people are not putting that into hatchbacks neither, but This is what I'm saying. Like you look on Mustang Hub right now, you see that's a coupe up there. Then War Admiral has his coupe on Mustang Hub magazine. How many times have we seen a hatchback be on the front cover? It's like when you see the Fox body representation, man, yeah, it is what it is. No. So Robert, let me explain what I'm saying to you. I know that the '69 Camaro is more of a rare car. It has to be. Is from 50 years ago, or whatever, right? What I am saying is that it's like the '69. The desire of it is becoming like that. I'm not saying it's matching it 100%, but you are seeing more people who wouldn't even consider Fords desiring Fox body notchback coupes. Bottom line, you know what I mean? You're seeing bipolar coupe. Yep, that's it. Chet, my bad. Um, and that's all I'm saying. As a person that I'm a fan of the '69 Camaro. But like I said, everything about me and this channel is always Ford. But what I am saying is that you are seeing this generation is gonna love, like, just the fact that we went to Foxtoberfest. They expected 500 cars because they wanted to break the 500 car pinnacle. And man, it was over 717 Fox bodies that pulled up to that place. And it was freaking cold and almost raining out there. And people still came from all over the world. Okay. All over the world. And so I'll say the desire might be on the Buick Grand National level. I think the Buick Grand National level, I think the Fox bodies, the notchback is more desirable than Buick Grand National. Buick Grand National is cool, but people ain't willing to go that far like they are with these notchbacks. Like for real, like people are willing to go all the way out with these notchbacks, even take rare ones and change them up so that they can have the beauty that it would have never had if you don't go that extreme or that far. Because the Grand National is so rare, and because of the limited amount of years the Grand National was made, I don't feel like they are going as far as that. Um, Blue GT said, I'm going to be honest. I would rather have a nice coupe over a '69 Camaro. And man, look, that's the preference. Like that could be your preference, especially if you like Fords over like, if that's what you like over it, it's definitely all good. Ago said, to be honest, Notch is only good because of its weight and track time. Ago, you are a great person. You're just a liar. Man, first off, yes, the notchback is going to, if you match it up toe to toe, yes. Is it lighter? Yes. You know what I mean? Can it do great on the track time? Yes. But it don't mean the hatch can't neither. And it's better than that. The notchback, let me tell you something. First off, the notchback, to me, the appeal of the look of the car is greater to me than the hatchback. That's just my 2 cents. This is my 2 cents. Now you're talking to somebody that loves all Fox bodies, but just like how I was last week, I love modular motors over push rod. It don't make push rod motors bad. It don't make modular motors great. This is just my personal preference. When I see a notchback, like for example, when I saw War Admiral's 363 notchback, I mean, dude, that thing was. I mean, when you see that car in person, it's one thing when you see it on TV, but man, when you see that car in person, and then you see that interior, and then like when I saw like Paul DeFox, you ever watch his channel and you see that car, he's over there, he's building. I mean, my lord, it's just pretty. He said, "I'm a convertible man. I just want to look good and chill. I'm old." Hey, and it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good. There's nothing wrong with that. Uh, the notchback is a convertible with a hard top. I'll check the hatchback all day. Okay. The hatchback is a daggone oversized trunk. I mean, we could go on and on about this. That the hatchback is a pickup truck with a with a trunk on it. I mean, if we want to go that far with it, you know what I mean? Blue Oval Media, it's sad that one can no longer have a preference because of the. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's why I'm telling you all. I'm not. Please love what you love. Please love the hatchbacks. Please, like I said, we all are one Fox body community, honestly. And I'm just saying what I prefer and what some other people prefer. But I also like to have these conversations. Like, there's not many places where you can go and have Fox body dialogues unless it's a freaking big show. And then are you going to have 40, 50, 60 people that can come in and comment on it? You know what I mean? Like that's what 30-minute Thursdays is about. It's about us coming together, having a conversation, because I can't talk to you all directly all the time. I want to talk to you all here. And so that's the thing. Like I told you, my first Fox body was a 91 GT, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. But man, once I had a notch and I felt the difference in the feel and the look, like man, let me tell you all something. I cherish the look better system based out of a hatchback. Now, Jason, I have to agree with you on that. But the look of that of my current car right now and the work that I put into it, I value it amazingly. I value it, like for real. I've had the same hatchback since 93. I had hatchback 93 since '01, and I'm thinking of switching to a coupe this year to make my Coyote swap. Man, don't do a coupe in a mod motor. You really up my alley now. Don't do a coupe in mod motor, man. You'll never get rid of it. With AC in it too, you'll never get rid of it. I love the way the GT looks lowered with the ground effects and some wide rear slicks. Yeah, I'm not saying that's not bad neither. I mean, that's definitely a great look. It's definitely a great look. For a stereo, I'd rather have a hatch. Yeah, now if we're talking about sound system and you want that, I mean, having those, if you got a sub and stuff in the rear, because I have a sub. Well, I used to have it until I had to put that cooler in the trunk. So I got the cooling thing in the trunk to make the supercharger and everything cool, whatever. So I used to have just a 110-inch in my trunk, but I haven't put it back in there, and I hate the way it sounds now. Like, because I don't need a lot of bass and stuff like that. I just want good quality sound that's full. And yeah, I had to get that to you all for the daggone hatchbacks will give you that better, you know. But I'm just not so me personally, I'm just not a fan of the ground effects, the hatchback. I'm not a fan of it anymore. I'm not a fan of the ground effects. And I'm about to do a video, you all, that's coming out. It's called Cheese Graters versus LX Taillights. Just wait. I'm not gonna even tell you all. Like I'm about to record that and go from there. But oh man, hey, thanks, Paul. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate all of you all complimenting my Fox body. And if you all don't know, my birthday was 2 days ago. And man, because of where I live now, I was actually able to drive my Notch over my birthday weekend for the first time. First time, man. And it was amazing. Like it really made my birthday weekend complete, man. Like for real. It really made it complete. Let me say this. We got 5 minutes left. I don't want to go over time, but let me say this. You all make sure you go to blueovalmedia.com. Support the channel. Support the channel by purchasing a shirt. The Blue Oval Media shirts. I just got the email today that they're getting shipped to me. And so they're about to be back in stock. So just the black and white Blue Oval Media shirts are about to be back in stock. You know, I got the Coyote swap shirts. I got the Don't Flop Never LS swap shirts. I sold out of some of those. I don't have them in large, but make sure you go to blueovalmedia.com. Keep the support of the channel going. This is how we keep this stuff going, man. This stuff costs money. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you know, sometimes it's hard to keep these videos up, man. It could be very challenging. But because of my loyal subscribers and people like you all, man, I don't want to. I want to keep this thing going. Like sometimes you get caught up in views, and I'm like, man, we just gonna keep this thing going. Your black notch is nice. Please don't tub it. Nah, so I was, but I'm not going to now. I'm trying to make the wheel setup that I want work without me tubbing the notchback. I already shortened my rear end last year, but then thanks, Sally. But I'm not going to. We'll keep it the way it is, and kind of go from there. But yeah, like I said, so shout out to all the hatchback owners. Let me make this clear. Much love for you all. Much love for your car. At the end of the day, man, I'm all about Ford content, Ford, all that stuff. That's just where I'm at with it, and so I'm all for that. And so I'm just happy to just keep this thing going. So what I was saying, I just can't wait to see the red coupe build. So let me tell you how the red coupe is gonna go while I got 3 minutes left. The way that we decided to do the red coupe, I am literally getting every part for it right now. And then I'm going to fly into town and we're going to build the red coupe in one weekend. Now, the only thing that may not happen in that weekend is like the tuning and everything, but certain stuff will be preset and pre-ready. I'm dropping motor, trans, everything, radiator, rear end, all in one. I'm trying to literally do it in one weekend, record it. Now, it'll probably be a 6 video process, but you'll know it was done in one weekend, but you'll see in the videos weekly. And so that's where I'm at with it. Like for real, that's where I'm at. And like I said, I just want to say thank you to all of you all. Thank you for tuning in with me on 30-minute Thursdays. This is something that I just came up with to keep the channel going. And man, I appreciate you all coming in, talking with me. And man, just keeping the community going, you all. Like I said, this is great. And I really got much love and appreciation for everybody here. And much love to the other channels that's represented as well. Like I said, like and then shout out to one of the world's greatest transmission companies of all time, Hanlon Motorsports. If you all need a transmission, Hanlon Motorsports is your only option. I want to say that again. If you all need a transmission, Hanlon Motorsports, Andrew Hanlon, is your only option. Only option. All right. So with that being said, thank you all so much. Shout out to Vengeance Clutch as well. Thank you all so much. Next week's topic, you'll see. We'll put it out there. But let's keep this thing going, man, because I want to start building up more content, more stuff that we'll be talking about. At some point, I'm going to do the convertibles versus GTs, because I want to see something where I don't have an opinion. I want to see what you all are going to say. I want to see what you all are going to say, and I don't have either one of the cars. So that'll be coming up. But yeah, just wanted to kind of just keep this thing going. We'll keep this thing moving. I really appreciate you all's love and support. Thank you for supporting the channel. Check out my man Paul the Fox. And man, I look forward to seeing you all next week. It's your boy Kim Sean, Blue Over Media. And I am out.